trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the month of June, so if you enjoy this video, please consider subscribing. If you haven't been keeping up with the DNF Duel news, the developers just uploaded the patch notes for the next beta. So all the changes from the first beta to the second beta. And I think Arcsys is behind it, but they're also working with like 2 other companies. So it's kind of confusing. I think Arcsys is the one who's doing the balance and stuff though, hopefully. Who knows? But today, I just want to talk about one of those changes that is universal and will affect all of us in a pretty big way. Now, I've got the slide that I want to talk about here pulled up on Event Hubs. I don't know why they uploaded it in like 140p, but we'll work with it. So what you see here is Ghostblade has been added as a playable character. We'll talk about him in a minute. But what I really want to cover is under the character balance change, where it says all characters walking movement speed forward has been increased. Now, I think people had a problem with the movement speed because it was a little too slow, like maybe a little bit slower than Granblue. That's what it looked like watching it, is it was kind of like Granblue paced or Street Fighter paced. And people are used to like Strive and like anime games, so maybe they wanted it to be faster. They wanted it to feel like an anime game, which, I mean, that's fine. Like, I'll play a faster game. The other thing that to note, though, that goes along with that is they didn't add air blocking. So it's kind of like a balance of both, right? It's going to be hopefully like a pretty fast, not pretty, like a medium paced, I guess, ground based fighting game. I guess that's kind of what they're going for. They wanted that Granblue feel, but maybe people didn't want it to be that slow. Now, there's a few implications of doing this to every single character. I think overall it's going to make the game more offensive heavy. It's going to make footsies a little bit more difficult, especially because there's so many characters in the game who have full screen normals, like very long normals. You've got Vanguard, Hitman, I think Berserker has pretty decently far normals. And there's one more I can't remember, but giving those characters speed plus full range normals is pretty dangerous. It's like it could be like a game full of Ramethals, you know, where she's kind of moving and pressing / from distances that you feel like you should be able to cover before she can get that button out. However, because they did it to every single character, hopefully that kind of balances out. I know Striker was really good in the previous beta, but now she's going to be faster and have some more offensive capabilities, maybe because she is faster. Grappler, I hope he's not fast. I hope he somehow stays the same speed, because imagine just this big ass guy fucking barreling at you and he throws you for a ton of damage. Who knows, right? Who knows? This is it's gonna be really fun. I think that is a huge change though. Now, I didn't play the first beta, so I'm not gonna go through the patch notes and pretend that I know what all these characters do and what all these moves mean. Instead, let's have a little bit more fun and just look at the trailers of a few characters that I'm really interested in actually playing. I figured it'd actually be kind of more useful to just look at some gameplay, because, I mean, there was a whole entire beta of people uploading footage. So what I pulled up was the iPhone playing against Sonic Soul. I think Sonic Soul's on Striker, yeah. And this would probably be a good way to just see how she moves in the game. She has a DP, and to see some of her moves like that. From what I know, she has like I think she has a Rekka, I think she has a DP and a dive kick. See, there's a dive kick. She can combo off of it. She really does look like Cammy in motion. I don't know, like that conversion he did, how much meter he burned, or like the cost of it, or if it's optimal or anything. I don't really understand the meter system yet. I have to get my hands on it. Combos look pretty robust though. Look at that. He's still going into super.
Damn, I might be dead from this.
The supers look like Rev 2 to me, like the animation style. It looks really nice. That's so much damage. She has like a shoulder thing. Let me see what he did here. Oh, I think that's the first part of the Rekka.
Oh, this doesn't work. I'm actually trolling.
Dive kick. You can combo off. I wonder if you have to space the dive kick or if it's just plus.
Yeah, I forget my moves.
Interesting. I think I do agree though. She does look a little slow for a character that's supposed to be super mobile, right? This is like one of the most mobile characters in the game, and she looks pretty normal paced, I would say. We're gonna have to watch a trailer for this guy, but I think this is a character that we're all gonna be playing because nobody's gotten their hands on him yet. But it's Ghostblade, and his design is so sick. I think everybody's gonna be playing him. He's got those full screen. I think, are those special moves or are those like normal? Is that like a target combo, or I don't know. There's just so many things in this game that look like that, where they kind of hit, it's just like a giant hitbox all over the screen, and full screen normals and stuff. Looks like he can combo off his little projectile or something. His ghost guy comes out. what it looks like when the ghost comes out, it kind of looks like Rose's V Trigger 2 or Akira's V Trigger, where they have like a ghost that hits twice, and it kind of lets you add combo damage and combo count to a combo. But that's kind of what it reminds me of. Super looks great as always. The game itself just looks phenomenal. You can tell they put a lot of work into it. It wasn't like a spur of the moment thing. And it doesn't seem like it was very rushed. It just looks like a great package, and I'm very excited to be able to play it. And the last character I want to take a look at is Kuniochi. I think her kit looks very interesting. I'm not really sure if she uses all those elements that she kind of pulls out with one of her, I think her super or something. It made it look like in the trailer you were going to be able to like switch between elements and stuff, but I think it's just fire. But she does have some really cool stuff. I think Deb actually does a loop here in this video somewhere. I don't remember where it's at, but there's some really cool stuff. She has kunais like Ibuki. She has jumping kunai to kind of get in, I think. So it should be interesting. Her normals look like they go a pretty decent distance. That little whale fireball looks like it's plus, so you can frame trap with it. Here's the loop. Here it is.
Yo, you got those?
Look at that. I don't know if that's going to stay in the game, but that's pretty fucking sick. But there were some more egregious things in the game than that. Like, I think Grappler had an infinite that was, like, not very difficult. It was, like, 2 special moves you just spammed over and over again. So, hopefully they fix that kind of stuff and leave in the cool stuff, like that little loop there. The damage looked insane on certain things. Like, that striker combo that Sonic Soul did into Super looked like it did 3-4s. Like, it was pretty ridiculous. The Kuniochi loop that we saw there also did the same amount of damage, so I'm not really sure how that's going to work, if they're going to scale the damage back or if it's going to be the same. Or if you played the beta, let me know how you feel about that actually. Was the damage too high, or was the damage not high enough, or was it just right, I guess? Watching Strive has kind of warped my perception of what damage should be. Like in that game, you get hit, counter hit, you take like 80% from Nago, and people are like, yeah, that's cool. Like that's part of the game, and they're fine with it. And then other people are like, no, that damage is kind of excessive. So who knows, right? I guess it's personal preference at the end of the day, and how much you play the game and how you adapt to playing that kind of environment. And I probably should have said this early in the video, but the beta starts tomorrow, April 1st on PlayStation only. I think it's 9 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Pacific, and then 10 p.m. on the East Coast. That's going to be it for me today. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing.